G'day guys, and today I'm going to review the game which was between Geelong and Adelaide. GMHBA Stadium Friday night, nice and cool, and the Cats again come up with the W, and they got home at home by 27 points. A real arm wrestle throughout the game, but the Cats, as the game wore on, they got the stranglehold going. They made it tough and nasty for the Crows, and they were too strong and too good in the end. So it was a very pleasing result. I didn't see the full 120 minutes, but what I did see, I liked a lot. So, yeah, so that brings us to 12-2 for the season. It was a massive game, and we had to get the points. 8-point game, really. The Crows are a quality side, and they were really good and certainly showed us up at times. And when we were down by 20 points, I think, during the second term, I was getting a little bit concerned. But to our credit, we fought back on our home deck. The crowd got behind us, and a very, very impressive 27-point win. So, probably flattered them a bit in the end, but we'll shy away from that. So, yeah, the Crows started off pretty well, as you can see. They got a lot of score going early. So we had our challenges there early on in the piece, but they got their run and carry game going, and quite simply they were winning it from the clearance, and it seemed to be and it probably goes with any game. If you're winning the clearances, winning the contested ball, it's pretty hard to stop. And being a forward half game, if you're not winning the clearances, you're going to have to be pretty incredible from the back line. So, and often when the team gets its dominance there, it's very tough because the back line's so concerned about defending. They don't really worry about so much as proactive attacking play, because they're too busy worrying about what else could go wrong. And that's what you saw last week against Port Adelaide, where there was so much pressure, so much heat going up forward. Port kept it in their forward 50, and Bob's your uncle. It was a good night. So, we stemmed the bleeding a bit, and we got the game on our terms. We were starting to win the ball around the ground. It was dominance in the ruck and around the contest, sort of showing Sloan and the Crouch brothers how it's done. They certainly had their good moments as well, and I feel like Brody Smith and Seedsman was excellent. They really got the game on their terms at times, but by and large, and especially in that second half, we flexed the muscle big time, and we kept scoring and really stopped the Crows from being able to get ascendancy on the scoreboard. I remember watching the third and fourth quarter, it didn't really feel like they got much of the ball in their forward 50 for the second half. There was times like, gee, we've had the ball in our forward half for so long, so the time in forward half stat would have been, pretty crazy, especially in the second half when we really got it going on our terms. So it was really tight at half time, and a great third term. Really capped off with a late goal to Guthrie right before the siren, which really sort of capped off a really good quarter. And the final term kept him to pretty restricted. They kicked a goal. Himmelberg snapped a quick one, and that was it. Then Ablett finished off with a lovely 55-metre goal, which was absolutely perfect. So, look at the stats. We got much more of the ball than they did. Interesting, they got more clearances. They must have got a stack early on, because it didn't feel like they got that many later on. Interestingly enough, they got a whole stack of inside 50s, and probably didn't get bang for buck, but was sort of a different forward line setup. Dangerfield playing injured. He was courageous and had a 10-minute purple patch where he was awesome. So, no Rowan. Hawke was sort of the only tall man, and he didn't kick super straight. We used the ball really well. We lowered our eyes. Our defence was solid as ever. They really just, whenever the ball goes forward, they're just positioned exactly where they need to be, and we rebound. We're really clean. The pressure was hot from the Cats, and that was a big catalyst in getting the job done. Getting the chockies, contested possession, big stat as well. We were sort of down early, then we really sort of started to mount a case and get on top. Contested ball is so important, as I was saying before. If you're on top there, it generally means you're winning the clearances, and generally means you're going forward more than the opposition is. Doesn't always mean that, but generally that is the case. Tackles, out-tackled them as well. That's even better when you get the most touches. But Yeah, I just loved it when it was in our forward 50 and we kept it in there, just applying tackles. The pressure was ferocious. Back to some of the better form we've seen from the Cats, so no, it was really, really positive to see. So I'm really pleased. I'm so happy because there was a time there when you're 20 down, you're like, oh, I don't know what's going to happen here. So it's the way it goes. The votes are very tough though. I have to give Kelly the 33 touches, 6 marks, 2 goals. He's a machine when he gets the ball and gets on the move. He was super impressive, super clean. Could have had 3 if that one didn't snick the post. I don't know if Himmelberg's got 2, but we won't talk about the goal review. Just thank goodness it wasn't a close game. Look, I didn't see the full 120 minutes, but when I saw Duncan play, there was some amazing things he did. Some really good smothers in there. He gut run, he used the ball really well. 4 tackles, also kicked a goal to sink it right at the end. So it's going to be thinking, Tice, I've had 33. I'm back to my best, mate. My knee soreness is done. Where are my votes? And I'm giving the 1 vote to Blitzarves. 18 touches, 5 marks, 16 hitouts, 6 tackles, and a big reason for this would be he's normally, the full back, the absolute stopper of all stoppers. But I loved how, because of not much forward, high forward representation, Stanley sort of had mosey up forward. And Blitzarves, when he was in the ruck, he was sensational. Man, he's been monster in the ruck in the past, but I just felt like he's hitting out to advantage constantly. He got a few in there as well. I might even see how many to advantage. Should probably be like 1 just to make me go really crazy. Would have thought that would have been advanced stat, but I felt like when he was in the middle, we looked really good, and that was a big reason. He was setting up the play and helping us out big time. So love the way he goes about it. A few tackles in there as well, and it was just a colossus running around all over the ground and getting plenty of the ball. So big shout outs to Tom Stewart, 11 marks. He was excellent down back, and Selwood and Ablett and Clark were really good. Dangerfield didn't kick a goal, but his presence was certainly felt. So I'll go through probably the rest. As I said, Selwood back to some of his better form. Hopefully the knee issues are past him. Stewart, 11 marks. That says it all. Intercepting like a god. And Jordan Clark was really good. He gets a bit of the ball, loves a kick. Just needs to tidy up some areas, but I'll tell you what, he's going to be some kind of player. Bew's really solid in his return, kicked a goal, and how many Eddie Betts kick? I reckon he kicked at least 1. Eddie Betts. Ooh, gee. If he was on him directly, which I didn't see a lot of it, it's tough to say, but Bew's kicking a goal and Eddie not. We seem to hold Eddie at bay most of the time. Loved Myers' game. I'll go through Dangerfield. He played predominantly injured. It was a massive hit on Talia. Needs to straighten up his goal kicking. He needs to change his routine. He needs to throw it out. Shorty's calling for it. Shorty's super coach he's had enough of his goal kicking. His kick only ever works if it's outside 50, and even that failed tonight. Myers loved his game. He ran the most out of any player tonight. 20 possessions, 2 goals, excellent. Thought Guthrie was really, really good too. He kicked a couple of goals, and he's just really a brute in the midfield, liking the way he's going. Dalhouse was a bull as well. I'm saying that a lot of these guys are bulls, so they really responded from last week and learnt what they need to do. And I'll discuss that in a moment. Stanley, he went okay. He needs to learn how to kick straight. Taylor was solid. Hawkins did pretty reasonable on Talia. Talia normally holds him very nicely. Cole Jasny was good. Tex got a little bit of the play. Path was okay. Tui, good. No handballs for Henry, but I think that's marks there. He was good. Fogarty got a little bit of the ball. 7 tackles, which he should be happy with. Definitely love that. How the hell is Ablett? Because he's got no marks. Ablett, I liked his game too, and he's nearly down the bottom. But he keeps getting those 2 goals a game, and gee whiz, his goal from 55 right at the end was perfect. Atkins got 6 tackles, didn't get a lot of the ball, but if you can stop players, that's good too. And O'Connor was solid. So that's sort of a run through the players there, and a bit of a look to next week. We've got the Dogs. So we'll click into there. As far as players coming on, there's been talks about Cockatoo sort of getting back. Hopefully Rowan comes back in next week. You'd expect. Gee, who'll come in for him? Probably Fogarty. You'd expect if Rowan's okay, and if Sav's okay, who will he take out? Let's go through the list. Well, possibly Views. So they've gone a small forward line, but yeah, that'd be a tough one for the coaches. But Sav will definitely come back in because he can play that release ruck role really well. We got the Dogs, Marvel Stadium. Yeah, going to be a tight one. They feel like we played not too long ago, but Dogs under the roof. They were very impressive against the Pies. Obviously, they haven't played yet this week. They get a lot of the ball. They do a lot with it, but they don't get much bang for buck up forward, as the Bont says a bit. So we'll have to probably be at our best to win that one. You probably have to be your best to win all the time. That goes for probably nearly any team. But yeah, it's all down to that midfield battle. If you can get on top in the midfield, or if you even level peggings, I think Geelong are pretty hard to beat. The defence is always rock solid. The forward line's very dangerous, moves around a lot, and really good in the air. So it's a very tough combination to come up against, and stars all over the place. So scary proposition for a lot of teams. And the Dogs, they'll be hard, and they'll be difficult to beat at home, and we'll need to really assert ourselves in just keep repeating what we've done tonight throughout the rest of the year. I think we'll get it notch up a few more wingers, but yeah, the pressure needs to be up, the cleanliness has to be high. Just have to execute on the night and kick nice and straight, all those sorts of things. So that's a little bit of a wrap up of the game, guys. That's right, I was going to talk about the bye. So often it seems that is an issue. Again, losing to Port Adelaide, I tipped the Port to win, and so they did. I didn't know how they were going to do it, but they did, as I mentioned in the review. So it obviously talks if we should make the 8 from here, you would expect. How we'll go with the break there. So I think Cam Mooney talked about probably going a bit harder at training. I almost think we need to play a game, like sort of an internal scratch match, and just keep it flowing. I don't think this rest really does a lot to help us out. I think individual players like Paddy, Joel that sort of bang themselves up can certainly benefit from a week off here and there when we can afford to. Of course, it's a luxury to be able to do that. Don't know what they'll do, but they have to do something different. We did beat the Hawks, obviously 2016 in that final. Coming off of the week off, I believe. Yeah, they started the bye then, so made it level peggings for everyone, and it's going to be probably talking about finals, but just got to keep playing well, keep up the consistency, keep a healthy list, and we're looking pretty sweet. So I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. Give the video a like, subscribe away as well, it'll be amazing. I already said like the video, so tap the bell, do whatever you have to do. So I hope you enjoyed the review, guys. I'll catch you all next time.